Welcome to In 5 Minutes. In this video, we are going to start talking about cache memories. The cache memories are basically used to store frequently used data from the main memory so that the CPU can access them with much more ease and faster operation is achieved. Uh, so this is the data transfer present between the CPU and the main memory. The problem here is that the speed of the main memory is much less than the speed of CPU. So while performing memory operations, the speed of CPU or the overall speed of processor is going to be less. This is because the trade-off existing in the main memory size and the speed. We know that as size increases, the access time for the memory also increases, thereby reducing its speed. The solution to this problem can be introducing an intermediate memory architecture, which is of less size, but it will store the copies of data from the main memory so that the CPU can access them much faster than that of main memory. This is how the cache memories are introduced in the architecture here. The size of the cache memories is much less than that of main memory, so the access time is much less, and the speed of operation achieved is faster, and it is going to store the copies of data from the main memory, which needs to be accessed by CPU. Now the important question here is which data from the main memory needs to be stored. The answer to the question lies in the concept called locality of reference. The meaning of locality of reference with reference to the computer architecture terms is that the data from the certain localized area of memory is accessed repeatedly. Let's take an example to understand this. In the instruction memory, we know that many instructions in localized areas of program are going to be executed repeatedly. The examples of this can be the statements in for loop, which are going to be executed every time the loop is performed. And the second is interrupt service routine, that is the instructions or the statements in these ISR are going to be executed one after the other. So based on the type of locality, these are divided in two types. First of all, the temporal locality and spatial locality. The temporal locality deals with the fact that instruction is going to be executed again and again during some time period. So this deals with the time parameter, that is how many times the instruction or the data is fetched during certain period. And the spatial locality deals with the fact that some instructions or data which are placed near to each other are going to be executed very soon in the future. So the examples are for temporal, we saw that the for loop, we know that the statements of for loop are going to be executed again and again during certain time period, whereas the statements in the instruction service routines are placed close to each other, and we know that once the instruction service routine starts, they are going to be executed as a block. So let's quickly summarize the concepts we just saw. We saw the cache memory present as intermediate between the CPU and the main memory. Now the function of the cache memory is that to place the active segments of data in it based on the locality of reference from the main memory. So whichever the active parts of the data are present, they are going to be placed in cache memory so that the CPU can access them much faster. Now the temporal locality means that the data which needs to be fetched repeatedly, or the data location which is going to be accessed again and again in the near future. And the spatial locality means that the data elements in proximity with each other are going to be executed soon enough, so they are going to be fetched in the cache memory as a block. So we have seen the concepts of the cache memory, and now we are going to have a look at the multi-level cache systems. So when the main memory size is very large, the cache memory is further divided into different levels. So these are the multiple levels of cache memory. They can be labeled as L1, L2 and L3 cache. And they are connected to the CPU and the main memory as follow. And as we go down in the level of hierarchy, we know that the size of cache goes on increasing and the speed goes on decreasing. So we have seen the various fundamentals of cache memories, the concept behind it. In the next video, we are going to talk about the operation of the cache. So please stay tuned for more.